Georgy Zhukov, a man considered by many to be the symbol of Russian military operations on the Eastern Front. The marshal who conquered Berlin and was granted the honor of accepting the German surrender. A commander well respected and even feared during the post-war years by Joseph Stalin himself. In the beginning, nothing seemed to indicate the heights of fame and glory young Georgy would once reach. He was born to a poor family of farmers, and by the age of 9 was sent to Moscow to work under his uncle's supervision as a furrier. It was during the First World War that Zhukov became involved with the military. Enlisted into the Tsar's army, he was wounded in battle from a grenade explosion and was awarded with the St. George's Cross twice for his extraordinary courage in battle. Zhukov supported the revolution which started raging throughout Russia and took part in the civil war fighting against the Tsar's soldiers. Climbing the ranks of the newly established Red Army, he commanded a novel tank regiment as well as a cavalry corps. Zhukov quickly understood the importance tanks would present in modern war and was a strong advocate for the modernization of the Soviet army. Zhukov's first military success as a commander was the Russo-Japanese War of 1939. Commanding the Red Army in the Battle of Khalkhin Gol in eastern Mongolia, he has managed to inflict crippling damage to his opponents. This would be the first time Zhukov managed to turn the tides of history. Japanese defeat in Mongolia was followed by a change of focus for their territorial conquests from northern Asia to the Pacific. For his victories over Japan in Asia, Zhukov was awarded with the highest Soviet distinction, the title Hero of the Soviet Union. On the eve of the German invasion of the Soviet Union, Zhukov was already a part of the inner circle of the highest Soviet military command as a chief of staff of the Red Army. He had an understanding of the course of a hypothetical Soviet-German conflict coming from a multitude of covert simulations. Soon enough, Zhukov and other Soviet officers would be able to put their skills to the test. On June 22, 1941, the German Reich would begin their invasion of the Soviet Union. This war would bring eternal glory to many Soviet commanders, and, perhaps most of all, to Georgy Zhukov himself. "1941 is drawing to a close. A few months ago, when the Germans were beginning their invasion of the Soviet Union, they strongly believed that the strategy of blitzkrieg would allow them to conclude their campaign before winter arrived. Despite many early victories, the pouring rain, Russian frost, and unexpected Soviet resistance depleted the German offensive of its momentum only a couple of dozen kilometers from the capital. Georgy Zhukov, who commands the defense of Moscow, is certain that this is the right time to begin the counter-offensive. Your task is to lead your troops into a historic and unprecedented victory against the German blitzkrieg.